Hello and welcome to The Nameless Ones. My name is Aoibhinn Doyle and I am an angel healer, a soul coach, and I also work with people recovering from addiction. I believe that addiction is a spiritual issue. It's a trauma response. It's buried trauma that was so strong and so powerful that it needed to be self-medicated. It needed to be numbed out. Not that it needed to be, I put that in inverted commas, it needed to be, because the person experiencing that intense pain felt the need, genuinely felt the need to ease that pain. And that's why they turned to outside addictive behaviors and substances to try and self-medicate that deep trauma in their soul, in their life. I've worked with hundreds of people recovering from addiction, and I've heard it said in different ways, but the same sentiment over and over again, that spirituality and believing in some kind of higher power, doesn't matter what religion you want to choose, you get to choose what that higher power is and what you call it and how it looks. But I've definitely seen and heard the beautiful souls that I've worked with who are recovering from addiction talk about that was the missing piece, that they needed to rekindle or even begin a relationship with their soul, with their spirit, and with a higher power. And people often find me at the right time. Clients have a way of finding me in divine timing, and I always trust that. That's up to the angels, and that's up to your spirit guides to lead us. They lead us to the helpful people at the right time. We all get that, okay? But I find that people often turn up on my doorstep or come cross paths with me when they've moved through a lot of the physical detoxification, which is just the start. So that's in some ways that's the easy part, and I know it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but really it's when the person is in that clear-minded space and they're able then to look deep down into their subconscious and see where the roots and seeds of this addictive behavior began. And I would say in some respects that's the real work, because cleaning house, cleaning up the physical issues of addiction is really the tip of the iceberg. It's not until and this applies for all addictions, because addiction is addiction. Trauma and pain is trauma and pain. And many people will use certain behaviors and patterns to manage their pain and their trauma, but they would never dream of recognizing it as an addiction or as a trauma response. So I think we need to broaden our ideas of what addiction actually is. People hear the word addiction and they think drugs, they think alcohol, they think substance abuse. But there's lots of other addictions. We've got gambling, we've got porn, we've got shopping, we've got eating. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So they're all serious toxic behaviors that are requiring recovery from addiction. But I really feel and I really believe that when somebody is able to connect to their soul, to their spirit, to their heart of hearts, and feel that higher power, the Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call it, come into their life again, or maybe it was never there. Maybe they just never felt there was any higher power looking out for them. I've seen miracles happen when people connect the dots and connect to that higher energy, connect to the source. I just like to call it the source because that to me is the source of creation, and it covers everything. It covers whatever spiritual, religious name you want to give that, okay? So if you are struggling with any type of addiction, first of all, I would highly suggest that you talk to someone, you tell someone, because a big part of addiction is keeping secrets. And we know secrets are not good. Secrets are very, very rarely of service to us, and we carry them like a bag on our back. They're baggage. So if you can talk to somebody, and then somebody that you trust, use your discernment, and then take it from there and go and get professional help, or go into, there's detox farms. I work in a residential centre, and there's chickens, and there's huge big polytunnels, and they grow veg, and we have goats, and we have a pony. So there's all this gorgeous land and nature and trees and flowers, and there's space to heal, there's space to meditate and to connect with that soulful self. I've just seen miracles happen when people finally reach a point of surrender and say, you know what, I can't do this to myself anymore. And that's really when you surrender the ego, that's when the soul will step in and help you to recover and to heal your trauma. So I don't know, I literally pressed the record button and these messages just came out of my mouth right now. So obviously somebody is supposed to hear this, and maybe this is a prompt, this is a sign for you to go and to get help and to reach out and talk to someone, or sign yourself in, walk into a healing center or a recovery center somewhere that you feel you can get the assistance and the help that you need. And of course, if you're looking for coaching one-to-one, you can contact me at aileendoyle.com. The sun is starting to set now, so it's getting uncomfortable where I am standing in front of this camera. I really, really hope that this message gets to the right person. I just want you to know you do have angels. Everybody is given the gift of angels. You do have spirit guides. Your ancestors are rooting for you, and your higher power wants to step in and help you. You just have to be willing to receive that help. Okay, so open your heart, open your mind, and be willing, because there are lots of helpful people around you. If you actually look for them and reach out to them, we can help you. You can recover from this, I promise you. I've seen people in the most battered and bruised states, and I know them now as individuals who are living full, rich, happy, joyful, peaceful lives. So whoever you are, reach out, talk to somebody, and love yourself enough to know that you can get through this, but you can't do it on your own. You cannot do those things on your own. They're too big, and you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to do it on your own. You're supposed to have a team, an entourage of support around you, but you have to be open and receptive to that help. But pick up the phone, speak, communicate, express what you're going through. And I guarantee you, just even taking that little step will start to move the energy, and the angels will send the right people across your path. Because I've seen this happen. I mean, the amount of times, I remember last summer, I was visiting the west of Ireland with a friend. We just decided willy-nilly to just go to the pub to listen to traditional music. We ended up meeting two lovely ladies there. Gorgeous ladies. Never met them before in our lives. And one of the ladies asked me what I do, and I'm very passionate about helping people, especially in recovery. And I started talking about it, and she got very emotional, and she said, my brother is abusing drugs. And we talked at length all night long about it. And she was like, I was meant to meet you today. You've given me hope that he can recover from this and that he can have a happy, healthy life again. And I said, absolutely he can. And I told her to contact such a place. So it's amazing when we're open and willing and we hold a vision of happiness and recovery and health and vitality, that the universe begins to send people and places and situations that will match that, because like attracts like. So whoever this message was for, I hope it's helpful. You can share this with somebody you feel might need a sign or a little gentle prompt to help themselves, and you can give me a thumbs up if you appreciate this message. Thank you, and angel blessings. Have a good day.